Okay, let us solve a problem on syndrome calculation. So the problem goes like this: for a 7,4 cyclic code, the received vector is z of x, which is given by 1110101 with the generator polynomial 1 plus x cube. We have to draw the syndrome calculation circuit and correct the errors in the received vector. So let us first deal with the generator polynomial. So given generator polynomial is g of x is equal to 1 plus x cube, and we know that the general form of g of x will be is equal to g naught plus g1 into x plus g2 into x square plus g3 into x cube, and it will run up to g raised to n, like n minus 1 till there. So as we know that in the place of g naught there is 1, so as we used to do in the previous problem, so g naught equal to 1, then g1 is equal to 1 because x is there here, so g1 is equal to 1. Then g2 is not there because x square is not there, so g2 will be is equal to 0. And as I said, if the highest power is 3, then g's will run up to 1 less than the highest power. So highest power of the generator polynomial is 3, so the g will run up to only g2, not up to g3. So g0, g1, g2 are sufficient for us. So now the syndrome calculation circuit we have to draw. So let us draw the syndrome calculation circuit. So first you draw 3 boxes as usual. The first shift resistors 1, because the shift resistors will always run from S0 to Sn minus k minus 1, as R0 was there previously. So here S0 to S of n minus k minus 1. So 7, 7 minus 4 is 3, 3 minus 1, 2. So S0, S1 and S2. So till here these will run. Okay. After that, the diagram is obviously different than the previous whatever we have solved. So there will be 2 gates. This is gate number 1. Okay. So I'll just remove this so that I can draw. And above there will be gate number 2. Above there will be gate number 2. Okay. And the S2 output, which is coming out of the S2, will be connecting to gate number 1 as well as gate number 2. And gate number 1 is connected to enable 1, and this is connected to enable 2. They are not so important, and out of gate number 1 the outputs will come, that is that is the syndrome. Okay. Now as there used to be a adder at the end, but for the syndrome there will be adder at the beginning. Okay. Now the G0, because G0 is equal to 1, this gate will directly connect to the first adder because G0 is equal to 1. Okay. Then there is then this will be connected to S0 obviously. Then there is G1, so because of that there will be one adder between S0 and S1. There is no G2, so because of that I can't put an adder here, so I will directly write here. So G1 is equal to 1 and G2 is equal to 0. Because of that we got this particular diagram. Now once we get this particular diagram, then we have to form a table as we have done the table, right, in the previous encoder circuit, same thing. So then let us this is input Z, whatever received is there, that will be given here Z. So number of shifts, the first is number of shifts. Okay. The second one is input Z. The third one is shift resistor contents, SRC in short. The shift resistors are named as S0, S1 and S2 in this case, not as R0, R1 and R2 as the previous case. So if you want, you can add certain comments here, so what is happening, so it's for better understanding. Okay. Now first the switch will be on the gate 2. So here gate 2 will be on. Gate 2 will be on. Gate 1 will be up. Gate 2 will be on, because we have to calculate. The gate 1 will be on only when we finally calculate everything, right? So that's why the gate 2 will be on here. As we know that initially the contents of these will be always zeros. Okay, so you can write here the shift register contents are clear. So you can add a comment here, shift register contents are clear. So it is at gate 2. Now the input, means that z of x they have given in the problem as 1 1 1 0 1 0 1. Okay, this is the z of x which they have given in the problem, that is received vector. Remember, we have to always write it from the right side. So right side it is 1, so let us write 1 first. Then there is a 0, so let us write a 0. Then again 1 0, again 1 0, then finally triple 1. So remember that, always from right side to the left side. Okay. Okay. So one by one, let us send the things in. So what is the first bit of the input will go in? That is 1. So I am writing here 1. I am writing here 1. Okay. Now, okay. So what happens to the S0? That we should understand, right? What happens to the S0? See, G0 is equal to 1. We agree that G0 is equal to 1. There is a, because of that, there is a line here which is connecting. This line indicates that there is G0 is equal to 1. This line indicates that G1 is equal to 1. Yes, we agree. Right. Now, what happens here? So when the 1 enters inside, then what will be the output? See, now you should never consider this line value is 1. No, this line is there because G0 is equal to 1. So for better to avoid confusions, we will just remove the values. Okay. G0 value and G1 value, because G0 is equal to 1, we draw the line. It doesn't mean that line is always 1. No, the line is not always 1. Because G0 is 1, we have drawn a line there. Okay, so then what is the value of this line? See, S2, look at the S2. So all the contents are zeros here in the beginning. All the contents are zeros. So this 0 will travel, it will pass through gate 2, and this particular line will become 0, and this particular line will also become 0. Simple thing. Okay, now we have to add. Now adding 1 with this 0, 1 plus 0, then answer is 1. That will go and sit into S0 position. So S0 became 1. Now after that, the old value of S0, because it has been already shifted to this particular modulo adder. So old value of S0 is 0, and the coming value from the top is also 0. So 0 plus 0, the S1 will be 0. Then old value of S1, the old value of S1 is 0. That will shift to S2. So S2 will become 0. So this is the first row content. This is the first row content. Now I will remove everything. Okay, for better understanding, I will remove everything, these values. So I am removing the input also, I am removing the line values also, and I am removing the contents of the shift registers also. Okay, removed everything. So what is the next bit for the input? So next bit is 0. So let me write here 0, and let me write, I will remove this also, previous one. So let me write what is the present condition of these shift registers. So present condition is 1 0 0 after the first operation. Now still S2 content is 0, so it will travel here, and the line value of this will be also 0. The line value of this will be also 0. Now let us add 0 plus 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. So that's why the S0 will become 0. So I am writing here S0 will become 0. Now once this is done, you have to always concentrate on the previous values. Okay. So previous value of S1, the previous value of the S1 is 1. The new value which is entering is 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1. So S1 will become 1. Then previous value of S1, the previous value of S1 is 0. That will shift to S2. So S2 will also become 0. So the second row entry is 0 1 0. Okay, like that. Now we'll move a little bit faster now. So I hope the things are clear. Only while entering the S0 consider the present values. For rest all operations consider the previous value. So next 1. So I am writing 1 here, right? So yes, let us write the content 0, 1, 0. That is the present content 0, 1, 0. So S2 is 0, so that's why the line will be 0. This line will be also 0. So 1 plus 0, the S0 will become 1. So old value of S0, old value of S0 is 0. The value which is coming is also 0. So 0 plus 0 will be 0. The S1 old value, the S1 old value is 1. That will be shifted to S2. So the new content is 101. Okay, like that. Next input is 0. So the content of the present content of shift registers, the present contents of shift registers are 101. It means the 1 will travel and the line value, the first time these two line values will be 1 and 1. So 0 is the new input, so 0 plus 1 is 1, so S0 will remain 1. Okay, so old value of S0, that is 1, the coming value is also 1, so 1 plus 1, S1 will become 0. The old value of S1, the old value of the S1 is 0, that will be shifted to S2, it will become 0. Okay, so like that, if you fill the last 3, then the last 3 will be 110. So that is your assignment. You can try now 110 and 111, and finally after the last input it will be 001. So if then what we have to understand from this table is, once all the inputs are done, but still I have not got all zeros at the end. So because there is a non-zero value in the last row, it indicates there is an error. It indicates that there is a certain error, because the last row after the operation, the last row doesn't have any the last row is not made up of only zeros. It's a non-zero. So because of that, we can understand that there is a certain error which has occurred. Okay, then we have understood that there is an error, but how to remove that error? So let us understand that. To remove that particular error, we have to go for g of x. We have to take the help of g of x. So once you take the help of g of x, then we can understand how to detect the error. We have actually came to know that there is an error, but we have to detect as well as we have to correct, right? So let us understand how to do it with the help of g of x. So for that we need H transpose matrix. So before we go we calculate H transpose, first we have to get H matrix, that is parity check matrix. So let us go for parity check matrix, which is indicated as H. How to get it? It is very simple. X of n plus 1 is equal to g of x multiplied by h of x. It's one of the property of the cyclic code. So let us use. So x is 7, I guess. X is n is 7. So x raised to 7, then multiplied by g of x into h of x. So to get h of x, the x raised to 7 plus 1 has to be divided by the g of x. Okay. So let us divide the x raised to 7 by x cube plus x plus 1, that is g of x. Okay. So first time we need x raised to 4. So x raised to 7 plus x raised to 5 plus x raised to 4. This will get cancelled. Then it is x raised to 5, x raised to 4 plus 1. Then next time we need a x square. Okay. So once we have x square, then it will be x raised to 5 plus x raised to 3 plus x raised to 2, x raised to 2 only. Okay. Then here x raised to 5 will get cancelled. So once x raised to 5 will get cancelled, we get x raised to 4 plus x raised to 3 plus x square plus 1. So next time I need only x. So if I get x, then it is x raised to 4 plus x square plus x. So x raised to 4 is gone, x square is gone. So we get x cube plus x plus 1. So I need, next time I need only 1 because it is same. So x cube plus x plus 1. So everything will get cancelled, and finally I am going to get a value 0. So what is h of x then? H of x is the quotient. So let us see what quotient we got. The quotient is 1 plus x square plus x raised to 4. This is the quotient. Obviously you have to write ulta, 1 first. So 1 plus x plus 1 plus x square plus x raised to 4. That is the h of x. Once you got h of x, you have to know what will be the size of the parity check matrix. Remember, the parity check matrix H will always have the parity matrix H will be always of the size n minus k into n, which is nothing but 7 minus 4 into 7, which is nothing but 3 into 7. So the size of this H matrix will be n minus k into n, which is 7 minus 4 into 7, which is equal to 3 by 7. Okay, but we have only the small h of x now, not capital H of x. So what we have to do? First, take inverse of h of x raised to minus 1. How to do it? 1, leave it as it is. Rest all, take them into denominator. So it will become 1 plus 1 by x plus 1 by x square plus 1 by x raised to 4. Okay. Once you have this, now see, we need the 3 rows. We need 3 rows. Okay. So how to get these 3 rows? Okay. How to get these 3 rows? So look at the highest power. The highest power in h of x is x raised to 4. The highest power, you can see the highest power of h of x is x raised to 4. So what you do? Multiply x raised to 4 with h of x raised to minus 1. So if I multiply, then it will be x raised to 4 plus x cube plus x square plus 1. Okay. Then if you write it in proper form, then it will be 1 plus x square plus x cube plus x raised to 4. Right? Now, so what we can write from this is x raised to 4. What we can write from this is here constant is there, so we'll write 1. X is not there, so we'll write a 0. X square is there, so we'll write 1. X cube is there, so we'll write 1. X raised to 4 is also there, so we'll write 1. Okay. Now x raised to 5, x raised to 6, because we need 7 columns, right? So we have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So extra 2, we have to add zeros. Now let us multiply x raised to 5. So if I multiply x raised to 5, then it will be x raised to 5 plus x raised to 4 plus x raised to 3 plus x. Okay, if I multiply. Then if I write it in the proper order, the proper order means the smallest power first. So this is the proper order, x raised to 5. Okay. So constant is not there, so let us write 0. X is there, so let us write 1. X square not there. X cube is there. X raised to 4 is there. X raised to 5 is there. So let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add 1 extra 0. Okay, because we need 7 columns. Then let us go to x raised to 6 multiplied by x raised to minus 1. Now, if I multiply to that, then it will be x raised to 6 plus x raised to 5 plus x raised to 4 plus x raised to 2. So if I write it properly in the increasing order of the powers, then it is x square plus x raised to 4 plus x raised to 5 plus x raised to 6. Constant is not there, x is not there, x square is there, x cube is not there, x raised to 4 is there, x raised to 5 is there, x raised to 6 is there. So let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So we have 7 columns, 7 bits. Well, done, no problem. So 3 rows, that is also done. So this is row 1, this is row 2, and this is row 3. So only x raised to 4, x raised to 5, x raised to 6 needs to be multiplied. So what I can write H matrix? H matrix is equal to the first row is the value, the first row. This is the first row. The first row is 1 0 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 0 0. The second row will be 0 1 0. The second row will be 0 1 0 1 1 0. The third row is 0 0 1 0 1 1 1. Third row. Now if you look at the standard format of H matrix, the standard format of H matrix will be is equal to I n minus k p. So which is nothing but I n minus k is 7 minus 4 p, which is nothing but I 3 p. So if you look at the first 3 into 3 matrix, you can look at this and you can understand that it should be a identity matrix. Identity matrix of order 3, it means it should be 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. But the problem is this one is extra because we need 100 there. So what I am going to do, I am going to add one row 1, you can say. I am going to add a row 1 with row 3, and result will be put in row 1 back. Okay, so I am adding. So let us add the row 1 and row 2, and let us put the answer back into row 1. Okay, so 1 and 0, so it will remain 1. 0 plus 0, it will remain 0. Next 1 plus this one will be 0 because we are adding modulo 2, right? Next this one will be added with this 0, it will be 1. 1 plus 1 will be 0. 0 plus 1 will be 1. 0 plus 1 will be also 1. So second row will remain same. Third row will also remain same. So we got a standard H matrix. So let us take the transpose of it. So if I take the transpose of this matrix, let us take the transpose of this matrix. So if I take the transpose, then the first row will become the first column. So this is my H transpose matrix. So once I got H transpose matrix, the things will be easy. So let us go back to our table, the beginning table what we have solved. So let us go back to the table and let us look at the last row. The last row is 001. So let us check in which row of H transpose matrix 001 is there. So 001, third matrix. Okay, so the received vector z of x, the received vector z of x, what was the value of the z of x? The value of the z of x was 111 01 01. Okay, 111 01 01. So now we have to change it, right? Now we have to change it. So from the third bit from the left side, change it. Third bit from the left side. So it means 1 2 3. This is the bit which does have error. Okay, so the corrected code can be directly written as 110. I have changed this bit to 0, you can see, then 0101. Or what I can write, I can write here that what I can write the error value, or error value is equal to the third bit. Keep the third bit 1, rest all bits you keep zeros. Okay, and then the corrected code will be is equal to z plus e. What is z? Z is the received one, 111 0101. The error is this, which is 001 4 zeros. Okay, and if you add, we'll get back this corrected value only, which is 11 00 101. So either you can do like this and write an explanation that the third bit from the left, or you can use this also, and here also you have to write why you have chosen E, third bit in the E is equal to 1, because the syndrome which you have calculated is in the third row of the H transpose matrix. Because of that you have done this. Okay, so this is how we calculate the syndrome, or this is how the syndrome circuit works. This is how we have to draw the syndrome circuit and calculate the syndrome and calculate the H matrix using the G of X, then H transpose, then the last value we have to compare in which row it is there, and from the left you have to correct that particular bit. So this completes the problem.